嗨，大家好，欢迎来到郑立德的谈判电影101，我是 Leader 郑立德。今天要跟大家分享电影《火线冲突》，又名交战守则 Rules of Engagement。交战守则，谁能精准判断？生死谈判，谁能置身事外？真相与正义，只有天知道答案。2000年上映的《火线冲突》讲述一个越战立功的前线指挥官，为保全部属的生命，在撤侨行动中下令对抗议民众进行军事镇压，导致美国面对国际谴责的蓄意切割。情况更恶劣的是，美国政府高层早已知情并掌握抗议民众多数为反美民兵的事证，却仍选择湮灭证据并导向让指挥官背黑锅。贺吉斯上校汤米李琼斯饰演，和邱尔德上校山繆傑克森饰演，两人是越战同袍，一起为国家出生入死。邱尔德还曾救过贺吉斯一命。越战结束回国后，他们在军旅的仕途上却有不同的发展。邱尔德平步青云，一路当上陆战队指挥官，而贺吉斯却只是个穷困潦倒、郁郁不得志的军法律师。当也门发生内战，美国大使馆被一群暴民包围，邱尔德临危受命要去解救大使和他一家人，在最坏的情况下必须将大使安全撤离。就在兵荒马乱之际，邱尔德的3名士兵罹难，他迫于情势下令开火，却使得80名也门民众遭到射杀。之后，邱尔德遭指控滥杀无辜，破坏交战守则，让美国受到全球舆论的指责。在一切都对邱尔德不利的情况下，他将面对军法审判。他只能把自己的生死大权寄望在昔日的老战友贺吉斯身上。
In that crowd.
Well, you wouldn't shoot unarmed people, would you?
No, I would not.
Even in the heat of battle, you wouldn't shoot an unarmed person?
No.
This is Exhibit F. Will you please read the following to the panel?
Rules of engagement governing ground conflict in urban areas. 1. If possible, the enemy will be warned first, then asked to surrender.
Colonel, did you warn the enemy?
We arrived in helicopters. We were standing that roof armed.
Did you warn them, either with shots into the air or by a loudspeaker? Did you ask them to surrender?
No.
I'm sorry. No, you did not warn the crowd.
Yes. No, I did not warn the crowd.
Oh, continue, Colonel. You seem to know them by heart.
Deadly force is the last resort.
Go on.
3. When possible, try to arrange for the evacuation of civilians prior to any U.S. attack.
Did you do that, Colonel? Try to evacuate the innocent people before you slaughtered them?
Objection, that is inflammatory.
Rephrase, Major.
Did you try, following Section C of the Rules of Engagement for Ground Conflict in Urban Areas, to evacuate innocent civilians?
No.
No. I just have one more thing, Colonel. Did you have to repeat your orders to Captain Lee?
Sorry?
You ordered Captain Lee to engage hostile targets, and he advised you that there were women and children in the line of fire. Is that correct?
Well, he couldn't see.
Yes or no, Colonel? Did he follow your first set of orders?
I don't remember.
Captain Lee is on record as saying he hesitated and mentioned the snipers in the buildings. Is his testimony accurate?
I don't remember.
Let me get this straight. You evacuate the ambassador. You go back to the roof. 2 of your Marines are KIA. A third, Sergeant Krasovich, dies. You give your captain an order which he doesn't follow. In fact, he questions. And then you said, what?
I don't remember.
You don't remember what you said next?
It was combat, not some training exercise.
A moment later, your men were shooting. What did you say to make that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, you must have said something. Captain Lee reversed himself. What did you say?
I don't know the exact words.
Let me help you.
Your Honor,
You said waste the motherfuckers, didn't you?
No.
You didn't say it?
Well, it all happened so fast.
You're under oath, Colonel. Let me refresh your memory. This is Exhibit Q, a tape recording made aboard the USS Wake Island of all radio communications received that day, including your exact words. Your Honor, with your permission, I would like to play this tape.
Well, if you got it on tape, then that's what I said. They were killing my Marines, so yeah, I said it. Waste the motherfuckers.
Are these the motherfuckers?
Objection. Overruled.
Yes.
These?
Objection.
Yes.
These?
Objection. Overruled.
Yes.
Are these the motherfuckers that you ordered to be wasted?
Your Honor. Major.
Yes!
Your Honor.
The crowd in front of the embassy had no weapons, did they, Colonel?
Objection. We found no sniper's weapons either.
Yes, they had weapons. You think there's a script for fighting a war without pissing somebody off? Follow the rules and nobody gets hurt? Yes, innocent people probably died. Innocent people always die. But I did not exceed my order.
There are rules, and Marines are sworn to uphold them.
I was not going to stand by and see another Marine die just to live by those fucking rules.
Colonel.
Your Honor, I request a recess.
Major.
The government is finished with Colonel Childers, Your Honor.
All right, Colonel. You have your recess.
In 1968, you were a colonel with the North Vietnamese Army, B-3 Regiment, involved in a fight with American Marines at Kar Lu in the Quang Tri Province.
Yes, I was.
Will you tell the court about that battle?
We were aware that a small units of Americans were near my company of men. We found ourselves behind your forces. This was lucky for us because we were outnumbered.
Do you recognize this man?
Yes,
Did he capture you and your radio operator that day?
yes,
Did he remove your weapons and place you under armed guard?
yes,
Did you consider yourself a prisoner of war?
yes,
Did he execute your radio operator?
yes,
You personally saw him shoot a fellow prisoner of war.
yes,
Where did he shoot him?
in the head.
Thank you. No further questions.
Were your men annihilating that platoon of Marines?
Yes,
Did Colonel Childers force you to call your men off?
yes,
Do you believe his actions were calculated to save the lives of American Marines?
yes,
Would you have done the same thing Colonel Childers did if the situation had been reversed? Colonel Cow, would you have shot a captive American radio operator in the head if you thought it would persuade Colonel Childers to spare the lives of your own men?
yes.
No more questions?
This court is in recess until tomorrow at 0900, when we will hear closing arguments.
All right, here's what this means. Murder, obviously, can get up to the death penalty. Conduct unbecoming an officer. Max is dismissal with a dishonorable discharge, forfeiture with all pay and allowances, and confinement for 1 year.
Well, what about breach of peace? What is that?
Breaching the peace is minor. That means participating in an act of violent or turbulent nature that deprives the community of the peace and tranquility it deserves. It's sort of like the military equivalent of the civilian misdemeanor. No big deal.
Colonel Terry L. Childers, this court-martial finds as follows. On the charge of breach of peace, the court finds the defendant guilty. On the charge of conduct unbecoming an officer, the court finds the defendant not guilty. On the charge of murder, the court finds the defendant not guilty. This court-martial is adjourned. Sentencing will be conducted at a time to be determined. Thank you.
I need one more favor.
Yeah.
Teach me how to fly fish.
You are well aware that I know shit about fly fishing.
Colonel. You realize in light of Colonel Cow's testimony, we'll be pushing for charges on the Carlo incident.
That was 30 years ago. You're going to have a hard time finding witnesses.
Well, I thought maybe you'd be willing to testify.
I'll make you a deal. If you can tell me right now what the life expectancy was for a second lieutenant dropped into a hot LZ in Vietnam in 1968, I'll tell you everything I remember about Kalu.
1 week.
Negative. 16 minutes. 16 fucking minutes. And that's all I remember.
现在为您做个小结。电影《火线冲突5》教我们的是，法庭的言辞辩论攻防如同谈判一样。一、谈判的标准，市区交战守则，但法律有原则，必有例外。战场生死一线间，如何能减少伤亡，临危不乱？二、谈判的装傻，我听不懂，我听不清楚。谈判的装死，我不知道，我不记得了。三、谈判的关键资讯，战场对话的录音带和战场幸存对手北韩退役的周上校的证词。谈判是一场资讯战 ，Information War， 谁的资讯够多、够广、够关键，谁胜出。四、谈判最好有张喜怒不形于色的扑克脸，让对方无法捉摸、猜不透。谈判最怕被对方激怒，进退失据，祸从口出。换言之，想办法激怒对方，找破绽，有利于谈判。谈判跟战争一样，上阵交锋很难循规蹈矩，更难一团和气。五、好的问题会在谈判桌或法庭上大放光明。你的部属正在歼灭美军，邱上校逼你撤军吗？他的目的是不是为了要拯救美军？换作是你，你会那样做吗？周上校，你会不会为了说服邱上校放过你的部属，向美军通讯兵的头部开枪呢？答案是 yes。只有在越战挂过彩、身历其境的贺上校，能问得出如此精辟到位的战场问题，将心比心不容易。邱上校选对人了。六、谈判和诉讼的3个目标选项，破坏和平有罪 ，give 比较轻的；行为失当无罪 ，won't 比较重的；最严重谋杀无罪 ，must。原来1968年的越战中，少尉在战场上平均只能活16分钟，上战场不如上谈判桌，你说对吗？我是 Leader， 希望每次都能带给大家多些谈判的观念、知识和技巧。感谢你的收看，影片下方有按赞、订阅、分享和提醒小铃铛。想要看什么样的谈判电影，欢迎留言哦，谢谢，我们下次见。